No problem? Great. So, to be able to be effective and like win in a coaching game, my favorite game to play, we have to be able to be safe and we have to be able to score effectively and damaging. Right? So if I'm just like throwing a weird little shit knee to someone, sorry, to the thigh, I'm not really scoring, it doesn't count. Right? So we have to be able to make space so we can score. Physics says speed, distance equals power. I don't know, you guys are probably still close to me, true? Speed times distance equals yeah, exactly. Science nerd. Are you a science nerd? Okay, I'm a science nerd. Okay, so step one is going to be to turn. Okay, so if I'm 50-50 here, I'm going to go to the inside. It's more fun. It's more fun. Right, so now I'm winning. And when I'm winning, I want to be able to score damage. This is not it. But if I turn and I can make big space and shoot my hips back, then I can have damage. Right? You have to have a balance between having our big knees and our like knees that we just rack up points. Because this scores, but like, so we're gonna step, we're gonna turn, we're gonna knee. We're gonna make space. Only when I'm winning and on the inside am I gonna pull my hips away. If I'm losing and I pull my hips away, it's just giving someone else permission to hurt me. We don't want that. Okay? So, I'm gonna go one hand on bicep. I'm gonna step with my right foot. I'm gonna turn a giant bus and make space. Then I can knee, and I can come back and be tight. I can turn my giant bus again. Up, hey, right? Every time. We're going one way, we're gonna go the other way. I'm assuming, again, that we're kind of in the review stage for most people that have experience switching, so hopefully we can run through this real fast. And my favorite part. Okay? And if not, that's cool too. Okay? 3, 2. We're gonna do so much easier for someone to pull your head down. Sure. If my head is stacked over my hips. Sure. Right? So you're not facing it. Yeah, that's sick. Here we go. Yeah. Stabby, stabby. So easy to pull my head down, right? Like that's terrible. If I stack my head over my hips, I'm like very, very slow. Especially if you're doing okay? So we're gonna make sure that when we're like engaging, that we're coming in like hip to hip. Top to top, if you will, right? Hips first. My coach is gonna make me a t-shirt because I'm a fighter and I like to like run forward, try to grab people sometimes and really stupid. It says head over buckle. Okay, so if your head is not over your actual butt, like you put yourself in a bad position, right? And I'm not going to give that away when I'm not moving. Okay, so if I tell you head over butthole, you know what that means? You're coming in hips first, right? Because now I can't pull anybody down. I can't be pulled down from here, right? And really solid. As soon as I'm here, I'm not stuck. I gotta pick something up from the floor, right? So when we're engaging, even if we're just turning and doing the same things. Okay, again, 3, 2. 3. swing my right. I'm gonna step across, I'm gonna tuck this all in, and swing my right leg back. So I'm pushing with one hand and pulling with the other now. I was pushing and pulling this way, now I'm pushing and pulling this way. No, you're done. Okay? I'm trading hitters. Okay, I'm stepping on my left. I'm tucking this elbow across his body and pushing the head. Tucking this way. And now I'm setting up a power right knee instead. That make sense? Tucking it across. If I'm fighting amateur rolls, I can't knee the face. I'm going to step, I'm going to swing, I'm going to use my eyeballs and not impale my own knee on the elbow and find the body. There's always something that does it. Like this child knocks himself so hard. Look, in your shit. To help you with that, in your shit. Okay? You got to swing the other way. 3, 2. I can't push on it, let alone with big ass gloves on. I'm gonna reach around. Sorry, I'm gonna not yell at you. I'm gonna reach around on the side the head is on. Okay? Because if not, I end up trying to pull his head through my head and that sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna reach here, I'm gonna step aside. Okay, I'm gonna lock this down. Okay, now I'm gonna pinch this elbow in and look up. No problem anymore. Right? The human body does not really bend this way. Anybody do jiu-jitsu? It's like basically our okay, it should work for you then. We're like, is that tomorrow? Okay, great. I know. I love this kid. Is it killer beating him up? Okay, I see. Alright. Okay, so I can't get the head. I'm gonna reach around on the side the head is on. I'm gonna block this, because if not, when I start pulling on this, he'll just go step, 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 step. Okay, so if I lock this down, he can no longer step. This elbow's stuck, I'm gonna like pop up my chest, I'm gonna hold on to this, again, so I don't get elbows in the face, and I'm gonna look up. And eventually, yeah, that just pops right off there. I'm gonna do the same thing as before, I'm gonna collect this bicep so it doesn't hit me in the face. Then I'm gonna step the other way, collect this bicep, and again, I'm waiting, right? I can go back to clinching.
Everything's
just drop everything. I'm really good at soccer too. That makes sense. Okay, the elbow has to be tucked into my collarbone. Okay, and I'm driving my bony ass little shoulder in. Well, and if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna save the looking up for if it doesn't work, because generally in fighting, sticking your face and your chin in the air is a bad fight. But again, if I'm in danger, we're gonna do it anyway. So, their head is tight. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna step, I'm gonna hold on to this, I'm gonna pop everything up. Right? And then it pops off. And then I have to deal with the fact that he's still gonna try to hurt me. So I'm gonna grab the biceps and go back to here. Ready? Bury my head. I'm gonna reach around on the side that the head is on. Yeah, correct. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna drive your shoulder in. Yeah. And it's not quite gonna pop, so look up. Look up. Hey, isn't that fun? Yeah? Yeah. This one's all about angles. So if the elbow is not tucked in right, it's not really. So if it doesn't work, yell at me, we'll figure it out. Okay? 3, 2. You guys get me. No one's in front of that. What's happening? No. It's getting weird. Here. Might have you in full. Reach around that leg up early there. Yeah. Put the leg on that side, right? So grab your shoulder. No. Grab this shoulder. Yeah. No, it's not going in. It's gotta go. See how my elbow is? You got on my elbow, you're pushing it. Yeah, feel that? So do that again. Yeah, nail that up a little bit. Yeah, I was like, so I kind of hold like this. Yeah, there you go. Better. Hey, yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You want to like, nope. It's totally. It does look like the heck. Show me. Let me show us, bro. Very shocking. Yeah, someone's here. I heard this, it went fast. Okay, so you hold on you.
I'm 7 right?
Yeah, so you're gonna reach. Yeah, reach up. Let's grab the trap. Okay, I'm gonna walk this side. Walk this leg, yeah. Now grab your yeah. A little bit off this elbow. The close elbow, yeah. Pretty much in this position. Yeah, this is terrible. I can't do anything till I can think. Till I can think thoughts. Till I can think thoughts. Go. What's happening here? There we go. Okay, I can't think thoughts, so you can't defend myself. So this arm that's hanging out by itself has to go back here. I'm fine. Okay, I have to overhook and pull the head off my face. Now I can think thoughts. It's still a fight. Like this, getting my arm in here is not going to be easy. Nothing else is easy. I can start like knee blocking. I can do lots of things, but I can think and start to defend myself and start to work my way out. So all our arm has to do is go back and over. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, that. Right, this is not that good. Okay. But from there, we're gonna move on. You guys can try the defense and take a second, but we're not gonna. From here. No, I don't like that's fine. From here, right? I like to. Sorry. I just want to slow down. I like to hold on to this because I'm really, really strong and people have a really hard time getting out. And then when they're done trying, that's when I'm going to move on to like a position that I think I can cause more damage from. But those of you that do jiu-jitsu, I think it's like a feeling that you know, and people like fuck and try to get you off, and then they're like, ugh. That's when we move on to the position, not when they're like actively trying to escape. So I can hold on to this. And he can try really hard to get out, whatever, and now wiggle. And eventually he's like, well, fuck. Okay, and that's when I'm gonna go hand in front of the face and hand behind the face. I'm gonna hold the phone with my ear and I'm gonna extend. Here, right? Because now I have more distance, so I have more power. And the other thing I can do is I can push this down. I can step the same step that we did before, and then we can start like hurting to the head if we're allowed, or hurting to the body if we're allowed, right? I forgot to breathe. We're good. Okay? So in here, the hand is behind, goes in front, under the chin. You're like in a knife hand up and away. The other one goes behind, and I hold the phone here. If I don't hold the phone, he just takes the arm out. Right? That's boring. Okay, so I have to hold the phone real tight, and then I can extend. When I can extend, I can step, and then we can move here. This position will not last forever. They will escape that, for sure. Right? Like I'm not attacked the way I'm attacked when I'm here. So we have to score right away. We're gonna step, turn, move the head, move the body really hard, and take that as a win. Either they're gonna break, we're gonna suck there, whatever, but from there we can cause actual damage. Try? 3, 2. I love finishing so much because everything has an answer. You have no idea. Everything has somewhere that I can progress or somewhere where they can escape, and if I know the answer to their answer, then we just keep going forever. And it's just, I don't know, it's like chess. Striking like fast and scary, but this just feels very like, I don't know. I can feel that way. Okay, next. What are we doing? If I'm here, bang, right? We're pushing this down. And I need someone in the body, in the face. They really have two choices. They can either accept this and like perish here, which is pretty unlikely if we're yeah. Okay? Or they're gonna posture up really hard. Right? Which normal. He just like stands. We're down here, he stands up really hard. At that point we're gonna go back the way. We can predict what people are gonna do. Right? Someone whose head is getting pushed down to the floor is going to, with the fear of God in their life, posture back up. Okay? When that happens, instead of being like, no, I'm stronger than you, I can hold you here forever. We're gonna be like, okay, God, I don't have a problem. Right? Again, this position doesn't have like a ton of longevity in it. It has a few really good opportunities to hurt people. But when it's over, we have to like let it be over. I think my opinion is that's what makes like someone who's a novice at clinching versus someone who's more experienced, knowing when things are over. Not necessarily knowing what to do, but like knowing when to give up on your position. Sometimes your position's not serving you anymore, and then you have to move on. Okay? So when when this is over, when I've done a little bit of damage and he's posturing up, right, I'm just gonna go right behind with one leg, and we're just gonna, like, my little hand is behind, push everything backwards. Who won that exchange? Right? Sometimes when we're clinching, or when we're fighting, or we're sparring, it's really hard for judges to see who's winning. Right? It's just chaos all the time, and I'm like holding on to everything. I'm like, no, I'm stronger than you. No one knows who's winning. If I end my position, if I throw a couple like clean scoring techniques, and when they start to escape, I like let it happen with a little bit of an exclamation point, everyone knows that I'm ahead in that escape. No one's confused. And sometimes that's really easy. Okay? So let's just do that. We're not gonna throw each other on the floor like for hours. Just do it a couple times. Throw a couple big knees from here, and then when they posture up, we're just gonna like knee behind. I don't need to like kick here and off or anything. We're just gonna go over the knee. Okay? Is it a foul if I stand up? Maybe. Sorry, that's going to again. I don't think this one's a foul because it's not a foot sweep. But you're just putting your legs up. Yeah, my foot's on the floor. It's not my fault they took over. If you have any aversion to falling down, tell your partner before they do it. Okay? 3, 2.
Thanks, man. Well, I got
If I'm aware of when I'm in a bad position, and I know before he locks us up super tight, when he locks us up before, keep it loosened, there we go. I just go up and over, right? And now I'm back to the middle, I can start fighting, I can start making my steps and breaking grips and getting back to like swimming, which is what we started with. But if I'm getting shot right into this, and he's locked it up real tight, and look, and this is bad interference. Okay, I'm gonna try, it's not gonna go. Yes. My favorite way to do this, and it's stupid, don't get me wrong. It's a little dumb. Just give it a little extra. Just a little extra. Wait. Right? We're like, really? How much can you guys like front raise? Not very much. Right? So when I try to front raise past his head, it doesn't go. If I go like this and like pop my legs, a little bit of push press, a little bit of help, pop. You just don't work.
Luke, did you let her do that?
No. That was bad.
70% of the time it works 100% of the time. Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you how often it helps, but it doesn't make it worse. Right? So you give a little pop. Just give it a pop, whatever. A little bit of legs, a little bit of arms, it helps. The other way we can go is to try to pull down. And that's like it's like a terrible fight, but again, if someone has my back, I kind of have to fight for my life, right? So this one it's not smooth. That one's not smooth, it's not beautiful, but it does stop me from getting hurt. Okay, so step 1 would be to not get stuck here and just like get out, right? And then, especially when they're here, okay? We can start like finding other positions. If I'm one step too slow and it's like medium tight, I can pop this up and over, and again, start finding my way back. If I'm right screwed and he's so attached, I like try all my things and I'm like struggling to breathe, we're gonna start to drive this down and pull through. And that one's not pretty.
But I'm still dead.
But like my elbow versus his ear, like eventually you might get out. But then you picture someone meeting you while you do it and everything's just messy and who knows? But we have to try, right? Not just hang out there and die. Okay, so let's try those 3 things. We should end up getting back into a position where we can be swimming, right? And fighting for position, because that's really what it comes down to, is like getting to a place that we can, like, I take control, you take control, like, you find who's dominating what position, right? So let's try that last escape from there, and maybe we'll just kick each other for a little bit, because that sounds like fun. Okay, 3, 2.
I need to get up from the.
Step back. What are you gonna do? real tight.
Yeah, you gotta come out of there. That's it. Yes, sir. That's it. Here. Yeah. You going there?
Yeah.
Here. You gonna get out? On. Yes, sir. On. Space. There it is. Good job. Very good. Here, bump that up. Right.
It's like knowing what to do when we're in bad spots and knowing when to give up on spots that are no longer serving us. That's like, what do we got? I don't know, bro. I don't know. The best part is though, most people don't think about it. And people lose the ability to think when you're kneeing it. So the more you throw knees, the stupider people get. The answer is bend the elbow. Yeah, don't bend the elbow. Don't do it. Don't do it. Never do it. Don't tell anyone. Take it. Okay? So we're gonna do some clinch rounds. We're gonna switch partners every, what do we think?
15 seconds in between 2-minute rounds, 5 rounds.
Coach Carter's mean. I would say 30 seconds at least, but whatever.
You have 15 seconds between rounds.
Okay. We are going to, we're looking for positions over knees. Throw the knees, but like don't be a dick, right? You have to be kneeing. If you're not kneeing, you're not scoring. If you're not scoring, you can't possibly be winning. Right? You can hold someone's head down all you want, but like if you never throw the knees, you're always waiting and waiting and waiting for like your perfect position, you will never win. Right? So we have to be throwing knees that score, but we also want to be looking for positions where we can throw knees that hurt people, and there has to be a balance between those two things. Obviously, we're not looking to like hurt our partners, but we have to know when we have positions that we can cause damage from, right? But we want to flow between positions, and if we're just like holding people and be like, that's not cool. Great, excellent. Move on. Right? Especially if we're working with someone who is less skilled than us, or like smaller, less physically strong. There's no point in holding on to a position forever. Right? Move on, try something else. There has to be a flow back and forth, right? So if I'm working with someone who's a lot stronger than me, and they like get my head, cool, great. If I do all the right things, maybe let them out. Like, we're really